All right, everybody all right? Yes, sir. All right, too, to be here. Yes, sir. Isn't that right? Once again, he has allowed us to make it on this side of Kai. I hold y'all too long, most high willing. He don't, you hot over there, Sarah? Oh yeah, that's pregnant. Pregnant and Riley, that make you hot. Isn't that right? What Riley at tonight? Oh, okay. I know I wasn't in there. He must number 1, number 2, number 3. I don't know. I'll tell him I did number 3 or 4. Isn't that right? P2 time. That way you even it out. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, 2 or 6 of folks still down. Yep, got me another call from the detective. This case going to court. It's gonna be coming out any day now. Getting closer and closer to the evidence. Y'all seen that video with Antoine? Antoine, you seen that picture, that video yourself? You were dancing. So I tried to show them. I told them you could dance. See, they don't know. Did you see it yet, Dana? Oh yeah, we got proof of them. See, they don't know. We keep that here for them. We gonna bring that out. We ain't want our enemies to see it, but if we had to put it out there, let them check it out, so we know. We go to court, they gonna want proof. Show me proof they can dance. I show that. K-Lock. That's it. We in and out. Ain't that right? Pay out that $50 million. Well, they convicted the guy today. What, 3 of them, didn't they? Yeah. For the Mount Aubrey case, they still don't pay for. You look at those guys, you can see the dumb look on their face, thinking like, I would have been calm. I told Judge, I stood on the desk and pissed on the desk at that point. I'm going to go to jail for life. Don't make sense to be. Wait, let me get this straight. Let me say, if I be polite, he gonna give me life, and not life. Man, you don't know. See, I don't. I'm not finna sit here and listen. Man, I'd have passed out. You finna have what? It's a life sentence to each one of them charges. I thought it was a life. Yeah, serving on with life. 3 on with life, 3 life, and I'm finna just sit there. No, I'd have passed out on the joker. I'd have ran. They told me they gonna be remanded. 3 life sentences? What you got to lose at this point? 75 years. I don't think life for 25. I don't know. How long get life, Dave? You can appeal in 30. Hold on, Kerry. Hold on, Judge Kerry came in. What is it, Kerry? I'm asking how y'all guys don't know. Who don't know more than Kerry? Life at 25. Then you come up for parole in 25. So they do life without parole, then they're tight. But so he's looking, they'll never make it. They won't make the first one. There's no way his dad lived 25 years. That's just like he finna die. They told that first, they said, not guilty. His dad looked, they said, guess it. I said, yeah, boy, that thing tight. But they knew when they jumped in the car to go. I mean, you had a woman. This is the thing, people sometimes you make the decision, you don't think about the latter end of your decision. Jump in the car with a gun, you going after somebody running down the street, you've assumed something. And you police trained, then they go to Coast Guard training. So I mean, what they do? Teach you how to kiss at dolphins? The Coast Guard don't do nothing. So it's like you did so much, you can't feel sorry for him because it's just the fact that you stripped this man of his life. You took this man's life on something you assumed. So it's like, this is scary, man. It's like, and the other guy, for him, I kind of felt like, he could have got some time. Give him 10 years. I mean, just for being stupid, for trapping him with the car, because he didn't have a gun. So my honest opinion on him, I don't think his intent was, because he didn't have a gun. I think they thought we're going to just go down here and hold him for the police. But the other 2 bastards brought a gun, so they knew we're going to hold him. And when he jumped out the car with the gun on the man, what you thought the man gonna do? You stuck a man in a position where I'm stuck. I gotta go for the gun. Y'all trapped me. Like they said, then they said, police, we trapped him like a little rat. The man got on shorts and a shirt. What did he steal? He got on, where could he have hid it at? In his skin? Yeah, that's just, stupid of white people. But, they where they need to be, stay off society, go ahead and go. And maybe this will be a sign to other white people, next time set your white behind down. Stop jumping up so fast, running out to somebody assuming something. So, I mean, then sue them for their house. They need to sue them for their house. Get everything. Hopefully the mama, she down with air shop, them big little deputy dog, they gonna pray for him. I said, man, stay right from them piss poor guys. They just piss poor for all that. First of all, they did absolutely nothing. The case got notarized. When they found the newspapers when they hit the news, really everybody went out, you did absolutely nothing. The jury did not pay you no attention. There were 11 white women. 10 white women, 1 black man, and a white man. They heard it for themselves. I told them, I said, the white women gonna let him go. Well, anyway, a woman, a bad kid, they know how she had to feel. Your kid laid out here dead. Listen, I couldn't have sat in that courtroom. I couldn't listen to that man look at my son. You killed my son. You sent up him, and you talking about you thought about you couldn't never see your son. Man, that's too close. My seat would have need to been real close up to that bed. I tell you, man, I had to go for it. Listen, when I'd have grabbed him, ain't no way they got me off here. They'd had to shoot me. I'd have sucked his eyes out his head. I'd have killed that bastard. I know you in the courtroom with the person that killed, and you looking at the video, you'll see a dead laid out on the ground. Nah, baby, we can't. You ain't gonna make it out of him. Every time I come to court, I've been sneaking something, and I cut that bastard throat with a piece of paper. That Agent Orange, yo, son, these bastards killed your son. You see him looking at him testify, and they say they're the victims. They were afraid for their life. Your son dead. Yeah, I couldn't be in that court case. Daddy jumped on me. Yes, sir. Judge put him out. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's just sick. The whole legal system, it don't work for us. Again, you said what we had to go through to get it done. I can appreciate the fact, I'll be honest, that white people were on the jury and they did the right thing this time. Which, you know, I said for all white people ain't bad. It's too many of them that are. So the ones that are, you know, can make a conscious decision, you really don't have a lot of trust in them till after it's over with. Because every time we've been in a situation where it's been a white jury and us, we've always came out on the bottom end. So this is one of the few times that whites have convicted whites when it's been a crime against blacks. Typically when it's whites are being the victimized of blacks and whites are the majority of the jury, we done. They leaving that innocent every time. So, you know, you can appreciate the fact Mr. Yahuwah allowed that to happen for her. But, you know, the struggle is still not over. It would have been a good day today for people of color to come together and decide we're breaking off. It would have been a good day today to tell them, so listen, appreciate that, but we leaving. Plus, we need them white boys. We need y'all to give us them 3 white boys. Yeah, do like, yeah, that's how they did justice before. Let us have them 3 white boys, and we'll deal with it. Y'all done gave them life, so we're going to go ahead and finish it out. Ain't no need them men suffering that long. Let the mom and the dad, this here, if the mom and dad don't want to kill them, all right. But otherwise, let the mom and dad have. That's what I say. End the story. Let them have them. Take them out that time up, trap them like a rat. Do the same. Listen, same thing. Pull 3 cars around them, give mom and pops them a gun, and let it happen. So that way their parent can look at them and say, see, it can happen to anybody. It can even happen to your kid. Let it happen. That's what I say. Let the parents have the same opportunity they did. You had a daddy and a son went out here and killed somebody. So let Mark, daddy, and one of his brothers or sister or his mama, let them just get the same. What's the problem? It'd be equal justice.
Yeah, that's right.
Give them a fair chance to scrub before the gun. Load it, light it, say, come on, try to get it. Boom, blow them away. So you move quicker next time. You're in the same scenario. Let them see how it feels. Say, you know you finna die, right? Because I want you to know what, John. Gotta wait for the rooster to stop. That man got a rooster that go on at 7:15 in the afternoon. Every chicken in his neighborhood biological clock throw it out. Chicken be having eggs like 4 o'clock, 3 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. His chicken all messed up. They don't know what to do. What's wrong? What that for? That Eastern time. Oh, okay, they're way off. So, you know, it just show you again, but I know our people ain't gonna do nothing, so I know you should really getting a whole lot into it. Plus, I wouldn't be celebrating when that's what should have happened anyway. It's sad, and that's what show you how bad it is here. The fact that we found that to be a celebration while we celebrate, that's what should have happened. They did absolutely no more than what should have happened. That's why white folks don't celebrate that because they look at what it was supposed to happen. They were guilty. They had the evidence that you got the video. I mean, I don't know what else you needed. All the other stuff was just killing time. You looking at the video, the man didn't have nothing. Even if he had something, the police couldn't have shot him if he had something. If he had something, he was trying to escape. All the police could do is try to apprehend him. They couldn't shoot him. How you thought you could do it as a citizen? And you had, turn me down just a little bit. It's like too loud. Is it me? Maybe it's picking up from where it's at by my throat. Is it too high? That's tight. Y'all want to think about y'all? Hold on. That ain't you, Tim. That ain't you, Dwight. You got a problem? I had a rilla. I thought I had me a rilla. Then I tried, Chris. Who else said? Who else know about it? I tried. I told him then. I said, Marilla there. That's it. I said, Jahid, you gonna be my go-to man. I ain't gonna mess it up. Didn't take him no time. He screwed it up. He done. He was my chimp. He was my monkey. Baboon, everything. He threw it all the way in one instant. Then I had him chosen. I said, you said. I called him. I said, come on, Marilla. I can count on you. Guess what this nigga threw it away for? To be friend with Hayward. You clap because you're glad he did it, or you thought it was a good decision? Think, so he be thinking folk clap before they clap against him. Then he asked Hayward that. Hey, I told him, I said, you gonna, Leon tried to talk, Lee said, Heater, come on, he called him Heater. He said, you my boy, Heater. For Hayward? He said, I'm just trying to get it straight for Hayward. He said, yeah, Hayward changed. Hayward good. Hayward, I said, listen, I said, Hayward, I said, tell Jai he your close friend. He said, I didn't say that. He said, he your friend. He said, hey, if he get out of here, lose my number now. I said, the man will throw everything away from him. Hayward kept it real with him. Hayward said, I ain't making no promises. I said, tell me you won't snap on it. Hayward said, I ain't gonna tell him that either. Hayward said, it's gonna be day by day with that joker. That's what he get to. So is Hayward your friend today, Jaheed? Why you look back there? You probably better answer. What you got to look at him for? Is he your friend today? He got a hit out on you. Hold on, this the guy you just told me. What, that was just last night? That was last night. They were just besties. They were besties. Hold on for a minute. I'm so confused. So you say he have a hit out on you now? Good. That was so. That's what happened. How many of y'all want to throw it all where Hayward for your friend? Hey, you can't raise your hand for yourself. Yeah, John, you got to put up with him. When he put some gas in the car, in it. That's all right. We got to keep our eyes on him. All right, we'll get ready to try to move, keep going. What you eating, Joker? So what? Look, what kind of canned is it? That's organic. It's canned. It ain't organic. They tell y'all they see them coming. Stuff wrapped in a sugar ball. He's gonna call it organic candy. All right, we'll get ready to sign the Kato Sarah. Then we'll kind of we'll move forward from now. All right, come on. So I can try to get through. Wife don't want me to feet long. All right, all those that are able. Most High, Kudash, Abba, separated Father, I do again for allowing us to assemble to be here in your pioneer, in your presence. Palawing under you, which is asking you to have come upon us, which are your mercies. Palawing under you, asking you to grant us your kaseed, which is your favor, according to the Berith you Shabbat unto the Abba, Abraham, Yatsakak, Yacob, the Yahudim and Yasharal, to their Tuladaf, which are the generations even unto us. Palawing unto you, which is asking you to barak us and limit us and grant us the Ruach HaKadosh, which is the spirit of separation. Palawing unto you to ask you to look down from Shamaym and blot out all of our Qatar Nama, all according to that Berith, which is the covenant that you Shabbat, that you vowed. Palawing unto you to be recalm unto those that are watching in, that are seeking you, that support your dabarim, that we commit to you in Palau. Asking you to baraka us, which is bestow a gift upon us, that we might obtain the earnestness of the Ruach, which is of the Spirit. Without you, we could do nothing. We're sorry for thoughts and ideas, for planning and pleasures of things we've taken to do to go contrary to your Kudash will. Knowing that mashpat must come upon all. But you've been so full of compassion that you spared us because you are Hab, the Abba, which you love the fathers. Therefore, you are Hab, the Benim, which are their children, even unto us. We ask you to search us and see if there be anything that can be contrary, that can go against, that can cause us to fall, to faint in the human mashpat, and cast it from us in halal, which is lead us in the rock of everlasting, the way everlasting. Let the debar of our paw, which are the words of our mouth, let the meditation of our law, which is of our hearts, be acceptable in your sight, O Yahuwah, our Alahym. And as we prepare to move further, we allow that you take full control, that you get the tahalim, the praise, the kabud, which is the glory, and the kabod, which is the honor, and the shem, which is the name of Yahushua, Yahushua HaMashiach, which is your salvation, the anointed one. Let us all say, Amen. Yeah, I'm sure they were looking for me to have a lot to say about the Ahmaud Arbery case. And much they will about the Cal Rent House. I ain't nothing to say about it other than we need to separate. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a victory. I don't know why they celebrate none of this stuff in no victory. It was a real victory for us. We should have been the people. It should have been a black judge, all black jury, and a black prosecutor. And it should have been a black firing squad. You can't win in America because you don't know police force. See, white folk got you pegged. You excited about having more black police officers. Well, police officers they not the judge.
That's right.
You need more people with a free mind than prosecutors and judges. That's how you can make decisions and make changes. And all of that, you need black lawmakers. I'm just telling you how you're gonna beat the system. You don't beat no system by electing these people in no office.
That's right.
You're gonna change the system by you have to be the judges, the prosecutor, the jailer. You got to be everybody. That's the way you're gonna make changes. So you get a fan. You got to elect you the lawmaker. So sometimes this is what white people do different than us. When they don't like laws, they elect somebody to make laws that fit them. So that's all they do. When they find a law, they feel like it's a loophole, or they feel like it's a law that it's a hindrance to white people. They elect people and lawmakers that go in the legislature. They tell them what they do. They change them. Let me tell you something. There has never been an honest civil rights worker that has told us the truth. All we try to get is a president. A president don't make laws. You got to get people that actually make laws that handle that side of it in the legislate. That's why they put this stuff in the legislation. You need to introduce bills and laws that benefit you, give you opportunity. You don't have people to do that for you. And that's why we're in the situation we're in today. Until we change things for ourselves. I mean, as bad as America is in racism, you can actually make a change. But it's just that no one has ever came to us and told us the truth. They'll say, all right, get out and vote. Go and vote. The people that pick you up to vote are taking you to vote for one party. Okay? They're not telling you how you need to pick people and which voting is really prevalent for you, that really works in your favor. Like, this is why you need to vote for your House of Representatives. This is why you need to vote for Congress. This is why you need to vote for local lawmakers. Because, like, even when you got laws that's federal, you got state laws. All these places got, even Georgia got their own constitution. They got their own legislation. They got their own laws separate than the federal and the other laws. All these states do it. And you need to be able to have people that represent you, that look like you, that's in favor for you, so you can be delivered when you fall into the hands of these people. Hello? Okay, Yahushua showed you what happened. How you thought Yahushua was going to get out of laws that were created by people that didn't look like him? He wasn't. There weren't enough people on the board or that work in legislation to even keep him from going there. Well, Nicodemus, he was one that tried to tell them what our law did, but what our legislation did, they turned him over to them. See, these white folks set stuff up where you get people look like you. Before he ever got to the Roman law, he was already dealt with our law. Our law turned him over to him because there weren't enough people in position to say, no, we'll handle this internally here. We're not executing this man. That's how piss poor the system is. And our people still don't have anybody that's fighting to teach you how to vote. All they tell a nigga is to vote. Everybody you vote, they give you a candidate. When you ever got some real information about these people? They show like Warnock for Atlanta. What do you know about Warnock? He's never been in no, this man ain't never been in no Congress. This man don't know nothing about no representation or nothing else. This man don't know what he's doing. This man just following protocol. You get them job, they pushed him in that job because he's going to fit their agenda. People so happy to have somebody feel John Lewis. Listen, John Lewis, Julian Bond, and them civil rights people that ever got to get in them position have always worked to further the white man's agenda. People ain't did nothing for you. We got Maynard Jackson, first black mayor of Atlanta. He ain't do nothing for niggas. These niggas tell the nigga to tell you what he did for Atlanta. Hartfield Jackson, the airport doing. Niggas ain't never benefited from the airport. Those were white businesses that benefited. Most of those people that were in that airport had businesses were white. The only black people that got anything in that airport, any of them booths, what do they call them little things in the middle of the little thing? What you call them? Kiosks, any of them stuff. Those people all kicking money back up to them. You go ahead and try to apply. Tell them you want to put something in the airport. You gotta throw your stuff in the trash. You ain't getting nothing in there. These people they don't work like that. That man throw Wayne Williams under the bus. He should have been dead. Man, Jackson did, well, I'm sorry. He did one thing. He did help orchestrate him and Thurgood Marshall. They did help orchestrate that they wrote for civil rights. He did help sign off that. He was an attorney, so he did kind of help in the writing of that. But that ain't did nothing for a nigga either. Anything they got, they did for you. What has they actually done for you? Nothing. Nothing. Because if they did, we wouldn't have a conversation. I look like a fool up here and talk about it. The reason I don't, because nothing's ever happened for you, because nobody never taught you how to get anything done. These guys that come in with smoke and mirrors, smiling and playing in your face, they don't care about you. They don't care about your kids. They don't care about your welfare. They don't care about your future. So I teach y'all how to vote and who to vote for. You need to get people, you hold, doing like white people, hold them accountable. Right. White people go see them. That's why they went up, let me tell you something. Why y'all think them white folk went up there to the Congress? When they man didn't win, why y'all think they wanted to see Congress? Because they knew who had to validate, who had to put them in. That's why they went right there with the problem. Well, they like, this the problem right here. We going up here, and we're going to take it over. Because white people looked at, they elected them, and they were holding their feet to the fire. And white folk looked at, when they didn't get who they wanted in there, they were going to hang them. They weren't worth living. That's how white people think. You the only people think stupid. I ain't mad at them white people January to say, let them people go. They ain't do nothing wrong. They weren't coming to kill. Were they coming to kill you? Were they coming to kill you? They knew why they were blaming Congress. Why they weren't grabbing niggas off the street and choking them and killing them and hanging them. Why they had nooses on the side of the road trying to hang niggas? Because they already know all of them crooked. I know they make you look at stuff crazy. Why don't white people went to the Congress? Why did they go there? Why they picked there to meet up? Because they knew who was certifying it. They knew who they need to blame it on. They knew the whole thing was a racket. And they didn't get their man in there, they were going to take the people down who were responsible. But you know you, nigga, you go back to Jesus. You go and pray to Jesus and God and ask them about it. Tell them all about it. I made a fool out of you ever since they ever seen you. We got to teach our people how to live, how to walk. I tell you, if you're going to be in the system, you got to change the system. You can't change the system, get out the system and let them have it. One reason, I'm just being honest, the reason had been a fact that we haven't put people in the right position. We'll go get one nigga judge and it's 15 white. Well, what you think one nigga judge gonna do? They always gonna have a judge gonna oversee the nigga. They're gonna come in and overturn their cases. See, we the only people, when we get convicted of something, we don't never fight it. To tell the truth, the average judge, when we get convicted, we don't never try to go in there and we try to get make an appeal. Now listen, when they got that other boy, I see his attorney lean over there and telling somebody else, I'll never tell him. He said, we're gonna get this on appeal. Don't worry about it, we're going to get on the pill. We're going to tell them. They had people outside with guns. What y'all think he going to tell them? When the new Black Panther Party were outside walking around with guns, they're going to bring that up. They're going to be real. They're going to say, listen, we were in here. My client was fighting a case where they were being charged for being white, killing a black man that they were racist. They had the Black Panther Party outside with firearms. So the jury was basically held hostage. The jury heard them. They had to move them into another room. They're going to use that. Every time he kept telling them to throw the case out, y'all may kept asking for a mistrial. We just kept doing it because they had to put it in the record. So you know what they're going to tell him? I kept telling him we needed a mistrial. That's why he kept doing it. He kept notating it. So it's on the record. So when you go to when you try to get another trial, you got to show evidence of that. See, white people smart enough. That's why them boys didn't fall out yet. They said this ain't the last of it. See, everybody now celebrating, they happy, they got life. Them white boys be right back up on another trial. Well, good old Klanman gonna come out there with that hat on and say, man, y'all boys, y'all some good boys. Y'all been to my house. I did the same thing y'all did. Let these boys go. That's how to work for them. So we need somebody working our favor. We need to work on that, teach y'all how to vote. But that's on a whole nother situation. All right, we'll deal with this because this is the most important thing we got to do right here. Before you do anything, you need to know how to walk.
Yes, sir.
This is Romans 15:4. Using Beth Mashiach. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before.
For whatever was written before.
Nikatab for our lung.
It was written to show us. So that.
We through endurance.
Through endurance. Let's see what endurance means again. Oh, excuse me. We through endurance. The fact or power of enduring an unpleasant or difficult process or situation without giving way through endurance. Y'all remember that?
Yes, sir.
The fact or power of enduring an unpleasant or difficult process or situation without giving way. Let's go. Back up to what we read. That we through endurance.
And Nakum of the Ketubim.
Let's see what consolation is. The comfort received by a person after a loss or disappointment.
All right.
Let's go back. And through Nakum, consolation of the writings, Kitab,
Might have Tikva.
accord. Something that we could attach to, something we can hold to. And a lot of times, that's the thing that we have to look at when we're going through. The only difference between a sinner and a person that does what we'll call kudash, separated, is choices. Choices. That's the only difference, choices. It's what you tend to do versus what another will. The object or in creation was to create a people that would be without kata, not to have sinners. That's the whole object of the game, for everybody to be kudash. That's the purpose of giving everybody the same information, but everybody has to be in the same mindset in order for that to happen. There's nothing a person that doesn't make kata versus a person that made kata couldn't do. Absolutely nothing. It's all about choices at the end of the day for everybody. And that's the thing that everybody has to consider, that whatever you do, there has to be accountability. There has to be accountability. On the other week, I talked to you guys, well, I think it was earlier last week, I was talking to you guys about credibility, and having that is essential for the walk that we all have to endure in what we do. You know, you have to be able to look at yourself and live with yourself when you get up in the middle of the day, every night, and when you lay down, when you get up. It is. And I've been a person in my life prior that, I mean, I couldn't live with myself, so I kept a lot of disguises, from clothes to other stuff I had, because you'll tend to have to do that to make up for the person that you're not. But it's a person that lodges on the inside that clothes don't cover, that shoes don't cover, that coats don't cover, that hats don't cover, that makeup don't cover, that shorts don't cover, that, you know, and it's got to be, eventually you have to be real with yourself. That's just being honest. You have to be real with yourself. You can go Christian, non-denomination, anywhere. People tend to go where they feel comfortable. People tend to be with people that they feel comfortable about. Even we talked about consolation. You can get it from people. I choose to get mine from the bar. That's at the end of the day. Everybody here has to deal with something. Everybody. Here, out there, everybody deals with something. At some point in your life, you have to be real with yourself, because you got to give an account. Everybody. The book declares it, that we all got to appear. Let's pick it up right here, 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 9. Well, let me see 5 and 1 first. 2 Corinthians. I don't want to be too long. Most High willing. I know some of y'all got the, you responsible for the dressing in the morning. Yeah, gobble, 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 nigga. I gotta make that turkey day, nigga. I need to deep fry me a turkey. I like deep fried turkey. I like it. I ain't gonna eat it for these bastards, but I eat my own. I want to eat to celebrate now with them, because I don't believe in the people that came here massacred and murdered these people. These folks right here, these folks were savages when they came here. Yeah. That's just been on there. They done stuck it on the button, try to make the bird look wrong. The bird was here before they got here. Yeah. Go ahead and make the bird a sin.
Yeah.
I dare you to do that. Like, you to cook up, you to deep fry them turkey, then what, you smoke them turkey for folk for Thanksgiving, ain't it? Ain't nothing wrong with the turkey, it's them niggas. That's just being honest. I won't want to help them do wrong, but you know, people gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day. Isn't that right? Let's say, this 2 Corinthians 5:1, listen.
For we know that if our Arot's bet of this Mashakhan were dissolved,
Well, this land is torn down.
we have a building of Alahym, and bet not made with hands, Olam in the
And
Shamaym.
it continues. It stays in the Shamaym. So why it's here, that's why it deteriorates and break down. But we got one with Alahym that don't deteriorate or break down. But in order for this to be prevalent for you, this got to be something you got to believe. You can read this in the Baptist church. You can read this same line in Catholicism. You can read it non-denomination. You can read it in the Masjid for the Muslim, whatever. You got to believe it. The difference, I think, with me than most preachers or people a lot of time with it, I actually believe it. That's what I'm working for. That's the whole purpose why I do what I do, and I keep a consistency because that's what I believe. That's just being honest. It's not something like neither one of y'all had to come up here and rub my back and say, you know what, preacher, it's going to be all right. I assure you, you can tell someone else that. I appreciate it, though. I assure you. I know that. That's why I'm still hanging on. You know, this is designed for us, and we go through things to see whether or not we'll keep consistency. See, for me, I was a real inconsistent person for a long time. I wasn't going to keep no consistency. That's just how I did it. That's just how I was. But then you realize you have to, at some point, break that person that you are and be something better. But you have to dislike that person. You can't. It's not what other people like. It's one of the things you have to look at, and you have to begin to dislike that person. Even Yahushua talked about a man following him. Who know what he said he had to do? He talked about a man hating himself. He said you have to hate your life in this world. You have to hate it, because when you're even denying, you have to hate it to a point. I would never want to be that person I was. I'll never be that person again. There's no way. I can't. I can't. It was too hard working to shake that person. I can't be that person again. That person lie, hide, sneak, do it. I don't have to do that. I don't want to be that person. I tell people, you just say whatever. I ain't got no reason to tell no lie. I ain't got no reason to hide it. That's what it is. Y'all got it. And that's how Yahuwah operated. You know, he let us know who he was in the book of Bamidbar, the 22nd chapter. He said, Alahym is not an Ish. Neither the Ben a Ish. He said, I ain't got to turn from that night. I ain't did nothing wrong. He said, had he said, or has he said, has he spoken, he said, that's what he going to do. So this is the mindset we have to get. You know, people make so many excuses. I heard every excuse a person can make, but I assure you, there's absolutely no excuse for not living right. It's just not. It don't make sense. It's choices that we make. And in them choices, we all just got to consider your Alahym. I remember one time I told y'all when I stole a car with some friends of mine. We went to steal a car because we were going to get some car. We were going to steal some car, get some cell phones. Car phones at that time, it was in the car. And we got caught, and I had to call my cousin. He was a preacher. Mama said, call him. I called that man. That man made me feel so stupid. I called him. He was asleep. I said, hello, bro. He said, hello. I said, yes, sir. First off, it call you collect. It let you know you have a collect call from the Cobb County Jail, so you already know that person locked up. I said, and I already told him. He said, I said, yes, sir. I said, he said, in jail? I said, yes, sir. He said, what you in jail for? I said, I wish a guy stole a car. He said, stole a car? I said, yes, sir. He said, did you know the car was stolen? Yes, sir. He said, you still got in it? I said, yes. He said, why did you get in the car? You know, I said, oh my goodness. Just like, if I could just go ahead and die, just stop it right now. Did you really just make me explain? We went through this step by step, and you like, are you serious? It was so plain. It was like, why did you get in the car? You knew it was stolen. It was just like, I was just shrinking on the phone. My clothes just drooped out on the ground. Because it's like, Are we seriously having this conversation? All I want him to say, I'm finna come get you out and don't ask no question for conscience sake. But nope, it didn't work that way. That was the worst bond I ever got. That was a bond I could have held off on me because I'm like, he just explained this thing. It's like, then I'm looking, he putting his money up to get me. I'm like, oh my God. It was just terrible. You know what I'm saying? Then you know at that point you're obligated. You got to come to church. It's like, oh my goodness. On top, I got to come to church. It was like, goodness, why I just couldn't stay? Just go and send me to prison or something. Like, you know, you want to be out there like, if I got to go see this nigga at church and he done got me out, he know I stole a car. So, you know, it's one of them things. You just go back over your life. You just consider, you know, just all the things you've done and just all the things. But it takes some time, you know, our mishaps to kind of make us, to get us to a point where you become where you ill of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ill of yourself. And a lot of times people don't reach that. You know what I'm saying? In the process, if you don't, like for me, when I came, nothing changed for me as far as I knew what I wanted. I wasn't like people say, oh, I'm looking for something. I wasn't. I knew what I needed. I knew I had to be saved. I wasn't like, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what. I'm just here. That wasn't my story. I knew what I was coming for. I had to get saved. I was going to die. I knew what I came for. And that never changed for me. That's still a situation. That's still a thing that drives me today. My driving force of keeping me realizing why you're here. You know, along the way, you gain people, you lose people. I'm talking about for all of us. I lost friends. I lost a lot of friends. I lost people that were close, near and dear, even family. But at the end of the day, I knew what I came for. You know, it's easy when you come in and say, you know, whatever, I don't mind, I can lose housing. All that's your mouth talking till it happens. I'm telling you, all that stuff, I can stay out here I live outside. No, you won't. That's you talking for the first few minutes. You got that, it get cold, you get funky, you get hungry. Yeah, I'm gonna go on back home. What happened? Yeah, I just talking. Till you get in a situation, and those situations come to test you to see where you're at, whether or not you're hard that we'll call love is greater for him and for your own life than it is for the things that you kind of take temporary course of action for. Everything you do, a lot of times is just temporary. It don't matter if it's 5, 15, 50 years. Those are just temporary decisions. We're looking at things that are eternal. And that's what we're looking at him. You're talking about, for we know that if our tent of this house, which is on the land, on the right, is torn down, it's destroyed. That's what happened. You think hair fall out, teeth fall out, it's tearing down. So what's your consolation? No, go to the eye doctor. That's your consolation. Go get a hair surgery. That's your consolation. It don't matter how much hair you put in your hair, how many teeth you put in your mouth. It's going to be torn down. And the confidence is that we are confident that we have another house. And it continues in the Shamaym. So if this one started tearing down, eyesight, hair, teeth, strength, you know, bone, whatever. So what is my, what we'll call hope? What is my tikva? What is my call? What's my desire? Shelter? Shamaym? Why Shamaym? Why wouldn't this be my drive? Because here I got a body that'll continue. So I'm seeking here because I have something there. When you ain't got nothing here, you ain't trying to go there. When you're not working for a continuation, why would you try to see this? You'll take the shorter route. Cigarettes, alcohol, fornication, adultery, homosexuality. You ain't got nothing here. I ain't striving for nothing here. Why am I trying to go here? I'm trying to get all mine right here. But it's going to be torn down. What can you get down here that can't be taken away? Ain't going to dissolve. They ain't going to go. What can you get? A brand new house. Brand spanking new. Just finished. Just put the last lock on the door. How long you going to stay new? Well, then after that. What happened after that third and fifth year, that 10th year, that 15th year? Probably time to put a new roof on it, start getting a leak, sell the foundation, selling crack, Walls got to come back and recalk, fix something. Something broke, something don't work. Dig something up, you find out one put in right years ago, and all this stuff start fading back. You start looking at it now. Sometimes it can become more of a cost to keep up than, you know what I'm saying, even having it. Realize, I need to depart from this and get another one. That's what he wants to realize when they come to this body here. This body is more of a cost, because anything you take it to do, contrary to what Yahuwah do, eventually going to take you down. Eventually going to break down. Eventually gonna give you up. So you gotta start making decisions while you get him. Everybody, you gotta make a decision. I've been doing this for 20. How you brother? 25, 26 years? Your brother 24? Oh, I say your brother. I've done 26 years, going 27 years. I've been staying consistent because I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to get him. I started out with Jesus. Oh yeah, that bastard started me out. They gave me the wrong name. But my desire was always to try to be wherever he was. That's right. That's just been it. Just been to be where he at. And I know to be where he at, I got to be like him. That's going to be without. Without what? Spot, wrinkle, sekata, all those things. All those in order to be like, you said innocent? That's right, anything. He said such thing. A such thing can be what? So now that makes it really particular. That means he's really particular. Any such thing. What? Give me a such thing. A such thing is like you can't afford nothing. A such thing, it ain't direct. You know what a spot is. What is a such thing? Put in there, find a definition of a such thing. You know what just using that term, a such thing, that means nothing. That means nothing. Absolutely nothing. And if you don't start, what's that, it's a synonym? I don't know, give us a definition for that. Give you a thing. Well, look at no such thing. It give you a definition for no such thing. No such thing will be close enough. Used to say that a particular person, object, etc. does not really exist. A perfect person. Y'all hear that? No such thing. Basically, any such thing is no such thing. Used to say that a particular person, object, etc. does not really exist. A perfect person. You said it's different? Why would you say it's different? He said any such thing. So we're going to look at no such thing. You can't have no such thing to be in. You're going to have to be a perfect person. Nothing. You're going to have to be a perfect person. That's what we got to be. That's what your order is in the book of Matthew, the 5th chapter. Be ye therefore Tamim. Even as your in Shamaym. Hello. That's what we're working to be, a perfect person. But we can't do that without the information. There's the information that allows us to be a perfect person. That was the purpose of giving them the Torah. Because the Torah identified any such thing. It did. The statute. That covers a such thing. Let it not be once named among you any of these things. Y'all know that? Let's see. See if that's the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 1. That's our goal, is to be perfect. Tommy, perfect. We know what perfect without any blame or fault. We can use perfect. That's right. Ephesians. Now, what scare people, they'll say, well, perfect scare people. Mm-hmm. Perfect scare people. Let's see what he told us. This is Ephesians 5 and 1. Therefore,
be therefore followers of Alahym as dear Benin.
Well, he's saying, he said, therefore, halak. Well, it said, Durak. Okay, walk in the, they did a different word for walk. Walk in the Duraks, Duraki, ways, plural, of Alahym as Kababim, Benin, beloved, Kababim. So now this is something we look at. When you walk in the ways of Alahym, you have to have a love for it. Let's see what Kababim is. What's that? I'm gonna figure this something. I'll say with that. Then let me look at something. I think it is. That's that call. I put second Beth. Y'all hold that for me. Say that Dabari Hayamim 2 and 1. I mean 25 and 1. Hold that for me. Kebab. To hide, as in the bosom, to cherish with affection. So that's what you look at. Okay. So then if you're going to hide in your bosom, that's going to be something we talked about to protect it. So when you're walking in the ways of Alahym, you're looking at cherish, to cherish something, to hide it, as in the bosom, as keeping in the inner part with affection, having affection for the walk. And a lot of times that's what I heard. Some people do it as grievous to them. He said the way is grievous to them that do what? Forsake it. It is. It's hard when this is not something you really want to do. It's got to be something that you really lay to your Lord that you want to do. I want to do this. Right. So I always say, if I do this thing
willingly,
what did he have?
Have reward.
None of y'all make me get up and come here.
That's right.
Absolutely none of y'all. I want to do it.
That's right.
Willingly.
That's right.
That's how I get my reward. So some attached. So we'll look at that. Kebab. To hide, as in the bosom, to cherish with affection. So that's how you got to walk it away. Okay? Let's look at it right quick. Second Beth Dabari Hayamim, Second Chronicles they'll call it. So that 25 and 1. I put a 2 up there instead of Beth, but y'all understand what I'm saying. Beth, because it's our second. Allah Beth. Let's see that's what I want. 25 and 1. Let's see. Oh no. Let's see. Listen, let's see that's what I want.
Yahu was 20 and 5 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 20 and 9 years in Jerusalem, and his aim Shem was Jehoiadan of Jerusalem.
Let's see what happened. Listen.
And he did that which was Sadiq in the of Yahuwah.
You say he was wrong?
He did that which was Sadiq in the of Yahuwah.
You say he swapped up a lot of times in a way?
He did, and he did that which was Sadiq in the of Yahuwah.
What happened?
But not with a Tamim law.
So you see why it makes sense to tell us now how we're supposed to walk with Alahym. Kebab. Because you can do it, and it can be right, but where your law at? Y'all see what happened?
Sure.
Let's see what happened.
Now it came to pass, when the Malkut was established to him, that he slew his Abadim that had killed the Malak, his Abba.
And read and tell them how that was Qatar. How that was Qatar. Let's see.
But he slew not their Benin.
Why?
But did as it is Qatar in the Torah, in the Sefer of Mushah, where Yahuwah Amar saying,
the Abba
shall not moot for the Benin,
nor
shall the Benin moot for the Abba.
But
every Ish shall moot for his own Qatar.
Be put to death for his own sin. See that? That wasn't wrong, was it? Hello? Let's see what happened.
Moreover, Amasyahu gathered Yehuda together and made them Rosh over thousands and Rosh over hundreds, according to the beth of their Abba, throughout all Yehuda and Benjamin. And he numbered them from 20 years old and above, and found them 300,000 choice Anashim, able to go forth to war, that could handle spear and shield.
Mm-hmm. Was that wrong? That was Qatar. Let's say.
He hired also 100,000 mighty Anashim of valor out of Yasharal for 100 talents of silver.
Let's say.
But there came a Ish of Alahym to him, saying,
what did it say?
O Malak,
do what?
let not the Sabbath of The army of Yasharal go with thee.
You said do not number them guys at 20 years old. They need to be 21. That way they can drink and get alcohol.
Let not the army of Yasharal go with thee.
I can't imagine why. Let's see.
For Yahuwah
Hold on for a minute. I said I couldn't imagine. I guess they're going to move. They ain't going to move the camera. Can I see verse 8? Survey says, verse 8. Which that? Well, that's I was trying to see where y'all was at. Guess what? Let me ask y'all a question. When you get through reading 7, what's the next verse? 8. And what I say, can I see verse 8 after they finish verse 7? Yes. That's all I'm trying to say. Mal cool. So I see y'all. All the extra C's gone. All the extra C's gone. They're gone. All right, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, Malak, let not the army of Yasharal go with thee, for Yahuwah is not with Yasharal. To wit, with all the benim of Ephraim.
See that? But
if thou wilt go, do it. Be strong for the battle.
Why?
Alahym shall make thee fall before the enemy, for Alahym hath power to help and to cast down.
You see what he told her? He said, you go ahead and do it, though. I told you what not to do, but you probably going to do it anyway. He said, if you're going to do it, you need to be strong. He said, because he able to make you fall. That's why the book coming on to now to him that's able to keep you from fall. So how you going to keep you from falling? How you pick that up? Why was he going to fall? Because he tell you, if you don't do what I tell you, you're going to fall. He's going to bring you down. That's easy. Now we read, you know what? My God is able to keep me from falling. Smoke a cigarette, tell a lie, shagging up. Because you start quoting stuff, you don't even look at the illustration. He was doing what was right, but he's going to show you when your law ain't right, it's going to find you out. Was everything first you got it, you couldn't catch him on getting no guy. Already 20 years old, he was numbered. That's when you start numbering. Even they came down them giving a ransom for their kai. Right. They had to be 20 and up. Yeah. Every man 20. So he knew what he was doing it now because he looking at it. So that show you, you could be looking at it, you could be reading it, and you could be following it. But if it's something that's not in here, that's cabal, it's going to show you. Because now he's giving him an opportunity to see where you're perfect at and where you falter. Because you run on up before, he's going to make you fall before your enemy and bring you down. He said he has that authority. He can help you and he can bring you down before your enemy. Let's see.
And Yahu said to the Ish of Alahym, but what?
Yahuwah the truth. What man got a name? Yahuwah the truth? Well, that's a serious name. Yahuwah the truth. Let's see.
But what shall we do for the 100 talents which I have given to the army of Yasharal? And the Ish of Alahym answered, Yahuwah is able to give thee much more than this. See,
that what happened. That's what they want to know. He want to know. He's just like we are. He's like, start showing him, man, looking at you. I'm putting my money out there now. I sure wish he'd have told me that if I spent my money. Y'all see what that thing, he's showing you where it's at now. He looking, he thinking about it, but I got my money out there now. Yeah. I did. I mean, had I known what I'm going to do about my money? I'm too far here now, I can't stop. I'm looking at that thing. But he let him know. He said, you can do it. Go ahead and do it. He said, but you need to be strong because he's going to bring you down. Right. And that's what you're going to do. You need to be strong. He's going to bring you down right before your enemies. Listen.
Then Yahu bedalled them to wit.
Separated them.
The army that was come to him out of Ephraim to go home again. Wherefore their anger was greatly kindled against Yehuda. And they returned home in great anger.
Guess what? You just got to be pissed. I got to do right. You know what some folks do? Keep on hanging to the wrong. You just got to be pissed. See, everybody ain't going to like you when you do what's right. They were pissed. Because they were looking to go with him. They knew Yahuwah had already forsook him and put him aside. They were looking to go with him. But they looked at Yahuwah warned us to try to let her know, you can go ahead and do it, but you just need to understand, you need to be strong when you do it, because he's going to bring you down before your enemies. That's why it's so imperative that we really sat back and we made changes to go back. Again, none of you guys are members. You guys are all you're all visitors. Everyone's a visitor, even me, because sometimes membership make you too comfortable. They do. You're not members. Nothing's changed. You're not a member. Because people understand this is something people work for. When people, it ain't about being here, it's about Our whole connection is to be connected with him. And it's always a struggle because you're in the flesh and things of the flesh will rear up to try to see and rationalize, to try to comfort itself or do things. But we can't ever move from what he's already illustrated. The word is right. We know it's right. Why do you think all these other people created these religions based off of it? Even white folk that don't want to do right took some of your right from your book to put in their book. Because they thought they just put it in there, it would cover them. But then we come and show them up. You know what they said? Forget the book. Get it out the courtroom. They tried their best to use our book to come to. They finally had to just get it out. You raise your hand. You just had to put your hand on the Bible. You ain't got it. You went to court. They realized, listen, they looked at if a man put his hand on the Bible and lied, nigga, you crazy anyway. Put your hand in there. They did. Because they looked, you know what? We had the Shamaym by Alahym. Shamaym, and we knew, no, but I ain't gonna do that. No, by Alahym. No, I ain't gonna do that. No, bow to Alahym. Because then you realize how critical it was. This could come back and backfire. This man take your life playing with him. But see, now, we got to induce with these people, with their society. We'll tell a lie on a stack of Sefer. We'll tell a lie to Alahym. We'll serve in hypocrisy because everybody think it's okay. Enough people done messed up the way it's okay. Do y'all understand? I use absolutely not one of you guys as my marker. That's right. I don't use absolutely. There's nobody on this planet, Mars and Jupiter, that I use for my marker. I got one statute that I have to meet. That's the protocol of what's in this Sefer. I don't do. Y'all think y'all move me? Because you screw up. That's your stupidity. Somebody, you know why people haven't watched me alone? They watch me why people shut me. And they right for doing it. Because what I teach and preach, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. 100,000%. I ain't want to listen. I ain't want these niggas be back and forth all over no place. That's what I believe. Tell them to produce the evidence. One heifer, one kid, and one nigga. Just all we want. Just bring one of each. Can't find them. Yes, sir. They still looking for my brother. They say he on the way though. Man, I'm telling you something. My desire was then to be a person that would be respected. That would be a person that could be that honor themselves, and people would give honor to them because of the fact you hold to something. When I was out, I was looking. You know, you kind of looking for somebody. I looked at the drug dealer, gang people. Just a lot of people. You know, you look up to people. You find yourself looking up and following. You make these people kind of a measure. You know, everybody I put my eyes on. You know, that man made them people fall. Something happened to them people. Something always happened to them people. Always. I was like, man, I want to hit life. Something will wind up happening to people. A lot of people fell in my sight. I wanted their life. I wanted their life. I wanted it. I ain't want something like it. I wanted their life. Y'all got me? Every one of them, he made them fall. Every one of them. Them people still probably been making it one for me, put my eyes on them, because he had something better for me. They would have still probably, those folks had no idea their life was wrecked, cut off dead, cut off, things gone, because I looked at them and I wanted it. I wanted everything they had. I wanted that light. I wanted that fame. I wanted that glory. And they failed. You know what I realized when they failed? Yeah, I don't want that life. I had to see it all get tarnished and torn down and realize that's not the life I wanted. It drove me to a point of desiring what I have now. One that life, one that peace of mind, one that peace, that comfort where you ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff these people, you realize, those people do a lot of worrying about stuff. I don't want to worry. I like getting up and going. I don't want to do all that worry. I don't need it. I don't need no unnecessary worry. I ain't got time to worry about, look, who is that? Finna run in here and shoot me, kind of stolen them. I don't have time for that stuff, man. You have that stuff. I ain't worried about police. Everybody say, oh, I got some drugs. I don't want that. You can have that. No people right there. Ain't no peace with that stuff. I've done that when I was in the street, man. You can't sleep. I used to have to sleep. I still sleep with my feet from under cover. That's just a habit I don't break. I've been, you know, shoot, man, you gotta sleep with clothes on. Most times I sleep, I don't know. I can't hardly remember, but a couple times, it took a while if I started sleeping with my clothes off. Cause I always on the run. You had to be ready to get ready to run. So you kept your clothes on. That's just, man, you kept your feet from under cover because anything comes, you gotta kick that cover, you gotta get up, you gotta go. Right then, you got to go. Them folks coming. Man, you sitting in a house full of dope, you in a trap house. You can't sit down. What you got your clothes off? Probably kind of like, nigga, you really stupid, ain't you? Like you see a nigga pan down, run from the police. No. He do no. Pants up, shoes on. You had to be ready to roll. Anytime you sleep, you lay down, you just throw the cover over you, man. You get a nap. You never sleep, you get a nap. You wake up, you realize you don't fell asleep, you up. You realize, man, I can't be sleeping. You're here with dope. You can't be, you got to worry about either getting robbed, or you got to worry about a customer coming to get some, or you got to worry about the police. So you can't sleep. Everything you got to be real light. And you finally get yourself out from under that lifestyle, you realize it's just things you don't want to go back and do. You don't want to be that person no more. What Yahuwah offers and what he gives us is a serenity that really does, as I said, it's a past all understanding. Because some people look at it, that's simple. I mean, that's nothing. I always sleep. Some of you sleep and you shouldn't be sleeping because your life is contrary. It was hard, man. I didn't realize I wasn't sleeping. Because when you do stuff in your mind, it seems normal until you get around normalcy and you realize that what you're doing is not normal. What you're doing is not right. You put yourself around people doing right, so you start realizing. I imagine going to prison, man. I was selling dope. I tried to go in there. We go in there, they close that door. I turn around, be looking at door lock. Man, you say, look at them guys. You be in here, man. You in here teach. When they teach, I was with the preacher in there preaching. We get through, they all come through and shake your hand. Them guys get up. They say, man, appreciate you, man. Standing doing. You say, yeah, you trying to move on. You like, I don't. I'm selling dope, and I leave here. You sitting here, you thinking. I said, man, it'd be messed up for lock that door. Said, we got you. You were dumb enough to come here on your own. So we're here, he preaching, he talking to people. Look at these folks give them testify about their life and testify what they done and what they want to do. And you sing, you like, I'm shacking up and I'm selling dope. I'm here on the prison bench because I'm trying to, some kind of way look like I'm trying to give something back to make up for what I've been doing, and they don't pay for it. And you sitting here the whole time thinking about, man, you coming to the prison. You can't, in the mind you thinking, you can't really be no dumber than this. If they lock that door and be like, we got you, you right here, you stuck yourself. They could do a news story. This dummy came here on his own. The rest of them we caught, but this dummy walked in here trying to save people and he a drug dealer. You know, you don't know what that's like though. You don't talk to nobody about it. It's one of them things, you just keep it all in bottled in yourself. You keep bottling your thing until you just realize you pile so much on yourself till you don't even know who you are no more. I'm tired of being now. Everybody you don't even know who you are no more because you got so much stuff going, so much in your mind, so much going. Who do you talk to? Who do you tell? What do you do? What do you do? You just keep going. You just keep going. You just keep adding stuff till you just eventually it's too much to carry. And eventually you have to realize you can't keep being that person, but you don't know how to be a different person because you got to look at your association with people. That is, when the book tell you evil communication corrupt good manner, he's not lying. He's not lying. I told them folks what I changed. All them friends got around me. Them folks ain't none of my friends. They won't tell you them. It's hard. They probably say, no, I was never that nigga friend. That nigga at church. No, he wasn't never no friend of mine. Them guys didn't go to church. Them guys didn't pray. Them guys ain't pay no tithes. Them guys didn't do nothing. They just didn't do it. They didn't do it. They were just the devil. That was it. They didn't want to do it. They don't want to talk about it. Don't want to be around it. And when you be around people like that, they'll just take your life away. That's the truth, though. We'll go back on the right quick to the 5th chapter, book of Ephesians. Why I'm telling y'all all this? Because people looking for somebody to follow. That's the truth. I know what they say, oh, they preaching hypocrite. They mama a hypocrite. Oh, they preaching, I don't know one preacher, then you don't even know one. Because every time I tell you I do, that's what I do. That's what I do. That's it. This is all I got. Y'all ain't never got to worry about me and no junk, no scandal, no food. I don't have time. I really don't. If that's what somebody want to do, I ain't got time to be here. There's a whole world out there. I've been out there. Man, the world out there don't want to be out there. The only reason they out there is because they don't know how to get back in. Nobody don't want to be out there. Don't believe that foolishness, man. You go to the club, get drunk, you don't want to be there. You go somewhere and get drunk and drive, everything on the line. You can kill yourself, everybody in the car. You hear a whole bunch of other folks drunk, everybody lying, make believe. Y'all got to get drunk and do what y'all doing here. Yeah, everything you do is a makeup. Got to get high, got to get something drunk, got to get your drink on before you go to the club to drink. What that tell you about you? Why you got to drink before you go to the club to drink? Because you got to masquerade who you are. You just covering up hurt. You just hiding stuff. Versus you can't live, be who you are. All right, listen. Therefore, walk in the rocky, the plural of walk, of Alahym. Don't just walk in no way. Walk in the ones of Alahym as Kabibims. Kabibims. He got the baby. They had, what did they have as a singular? Kebab. They didn't have no khabib when you looked at it. They had kebab. They had kebab. Khabib is what it is now. Khabib, that's them with their eye tight. So these are the things we had to look at. So when you in the ways, what do you got to do with the ways? Harbor. Hide it. Where? Because you can hide a lot. You can hide your lies. You can hide your sexuality. What does he want you to hide? Come on, Akeem, what y'all doing? Y'all can't talk? What? Huh? Cherish it. Hide it where? In your law. That's where your treasure. I want you to put away your treasure, your deep hidden secrets at. Get rid of them and put this here. My ways. I want you to cherish them and keep them dear to you. Just like a child. Just like children. Yeah, that's what you got to do. We said walk in love. And I want in these ways, I want you to cherish them. I want you to hide them in your inward parts. I want these to be something near and dear to you. I want these to be precious. Sometimes people get said, I'm going to keep this and treasure this always. I'm going to keep it near and dear to my heart. He said, that's what I want you to do with my ways. We need to understand what he's saying because you're trying to achieve something you can't possibly give. You don't understand what he's saying. What do you do with his ways? You just like a Mat Yahoo? I do it, but it ain't gonna be right. It ain't gonna be right. What's gonna happen? It's gonna fail you in the latter end. He's gonna make you fall right in front of your enemies. Simply because when we take this on, nobody never told us that. We just, Father God, as dear children, walk in love, even as Christ has also loved us, gave himself, and we just run through everything. Versus, if I understand what he's telling me to do, I have to actually cherish. I have to embody them, keep them, near and dear, protect them, his ways. Let's see what happened. And?
Halak in Ahab.
That's how I'm going to walk, in love.
As Mashiach also hath Ahab done.
So when I'm in his ways, I love him. Every one of them, he gave me his statute, his commandments. Every one of them I do, I love him. I love them. I got to walk in them. That's what I got to live by. But when I don't love them, then they grievous to me, then we're going to wind up betraying each other. You got to love them. That's just being honest. You got to love them. Let me tell you something. People go their way all the time. People in and out all the time. Simply because people had never got down to the just nitty gritty of this thing, man. You got to really love this way. You got to love your life. You got to love you first. You do. I realize stuff out there I ain't love myself. Stuff you think they love you, they ain't love. I'm telling you, love yourself to the care, you're going to die. Who can stop their death? So you're going to die. Who in here don't believe they're going to die? Oh, you can't. If people believe it. You ain't got to raise it. I know. I used to think I wasn't going to die. I did. I said, I ain't going to, they probably just everybody else going to die. I'll be here to get back. Is that a definite? You know that? You can have a feeling or an inkling, but you can be wrong.
That's right.
You're going to die. Every one of us is going to die. Which means when you die, then what? Well, some people, there ain't going to be no judgment. You just go recycle and come back, and you might come back as an acorn. Some squirrel might eat you and then poop you out somewhere on the side of a tree. You spend your second life on a poop on the side of a tree in California till a forest fire come and burn it up. Now you ain't nothing but some hot shift. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, what you gonna do? Yeah, what you gonna do? At the end of the day, you need to consider. Well, I mean, what are you working? What's your belief? End of the day, what do y'all believe? I believe I'm gonna leave here and I'm gonna have to meet this man. It's gonna come back again. And they do. I just want to make sure I'm right. I'd rather take my chances believing in something right and doing what's right than do something wrong and be wrong. Y'all got it? Just say nothing happened. There's absolutely nothing. What did I lose by living right? Just say I'm living wrong and I don't believe it's nothing. And I'm wrong when at the end of the day it is something. I lost everything. I mean, the man proved himself. Who told her that even men and seducer were going to wax worse and worse? Deceiving. You see, got them people on the shot. The people who push you out to get these shots ain't even taking them. 50% of Google, the people at Google, Google got 600 people, so they ain't taking it. They walking. Google control what everybody, but y'all heard about that? Man, Google got 600, they said, we're not taking that shot. They advocating again, they're not taking that vaccine, they're not taking that stuff. These people pushing you to do stuff, people on CDC, half of them ain't take it. These people can say they want, these are the people that mandate you to do it. What do they know that you don't know? These people get pissed all they want to. They push because everybody hoping to escape something. The man told us how to escape it. He said, if my people which are called by my Shem, my name, if these people will humble themselves and seek my pawnee, come back, turn. I mean, you'll come back to his ways. He said, then I hear from Shamaym, I'll forgive their qatar and I'll heal the land. That's not the way you're gonna heal it. We gotta turn.
That's right.
See, we running around believing what these people believe. We following what they believe. Let me tell you something. I know it get tight out here. Single, married, separated, teenagers. Everybody got everything on the small. Everybody. It's all kind of temptation from Christmas and sex is everywhere. Every doll sexy. These folks can't just make an ugly little fat doll. All you gonna do is play with it. Don't have sex with the doll. What you gotta put some rocked up butt cheeks on a doll for? Why? Why does a baby doll need rocked up butt cheeks? Why? Why does a dog need stiff calf muscle? Why? That don't even make sense. Why they need a V going down in between the, a superhero man? Why does he need a V? Come on, man. When I came on Superman, they had one bill on their body. It's just Superman. Everything now has pushed to be so sexual. So they try to arouse the minds of people to push people off from what Alahym done deemed us to do. Alahym way is just right. It protects us. Everything he given us, it protects us. Because he has an order. He has an order, and we got to comply with the order. Like the book said, we his people. We didn't make him, he made us. He has something he needs us to comply with. If that's something you don't believe, you just don't believe it. But for me, I choose to believe it.
That's right.
That's why I'm here teaching it. This is actually what I believe. No hidden tricks, nothing up my sleeve. This is really what I believe. I had a long time to think about it. I had all kind of choices I could have made. I could have took, go a whole different way, do something else, buy into something else. I mean, it's just right to live right. It's just no other way around it. If you him, why you him? Somebody tell me why they him. That's it. Somebody tell me why they him. That's tight. I'm thinking. I'm trying to see. You got to believe it. You got to believe it. That's just being honest. These people are dying out here believing absolutely nothing. Stuff that you can clear and clearly prove to them that is not right, and they'll still hold to it, which is just stupid.
That's right.
It's just right to stick with what's right. It's just right to live right. It's just wrong to live wrong.
That's right.
I don't know why people want to sit down and consider it. The man has a way that as we go through and we learn it, it lines up to make sense. It just lines up to make sense. He's the Father. We his children. He said, I want you to cherish the way that I set for you to walk. I want you to keep this. Let this be as fronted upon your eyes. I want you to think on this. I want you to meditate. You have to constantly keep your mind in remembrance of why you're here and what you're doing. What you trying to achieve. Then you'll see so many people take shortcuts. How many times I tell you, I'm out here, I do business. It's a lot. I know a lot of people. I see a lot of people. You see, it's all okay. They start explaining what they do. I said, okay. Okay. I said, that ain't my hustle. Simply because I know where you're at and what you're doing. I know where the end gonna come at on that. That ain't what I want to do. I consider when I do something, what's the end to that? I don't want to do that. So that's your hustle. My hustle is this. I'll hold to what the man told me and take my chances with this. I'm going to go out the right way. It just makes sense. I done all the wrong stuff you can do. I done shacked up, fornicated, adultery, lied, drunk, everything. I done all that stuff. I ain't getting no pleasure from it when I really add it up and think about it, because if I did, I'd have stayed with it.
That's right.
It wasn't no contentment.
That's right.
You can do it. You got real contentment. You ain't got to hide and lie about it. I do something I ain't got to hide and lie about it.
That's right.
Because this is what I believe. If it's something you believe right. You ain't got to hide and lie about it.
Yep.
I ain't got to forge no paperwork. I like what I do. Y'all got it. I like who I am. I can sleep with me. I can live with me. I don't look in the mirror and say, man, what kind of person are you? You should be. That ain't my testimony. Y'all got it. I consider. When I read this, I hear this. When they come to show me some way, when I read it, he said we walk by almost not what I do. What I did? I had to do what now? Because if I didn't, it's going to come up anyway. I said, let me sit back and consider. And then how does it work walking by Amanah? You see what I'm saying? Learn that every time you do something, you start. The only way to make sense to saying we walk by Amanah and not by sight, by the is that we consider all our decisions and we weigh them against the word. Just like Yahoo did. When he sat down to do something, you know what? I need to pick some men to go to war. How old are you, Danny? 16? How are you, Antoine? 17? 16? I picked both of them to go to war. And that'd be good.
No.
Say that who way with that? That was my way. So get what? I go back through the book said 20. I can't use y'all not to go to war. So I got to scratch that off. See what happened? Right. Yahoo went and picked y'all. He knew he went with Yasharal. He said, now you can do it, but you need to be able to stand now when you do it. Because you're going to fall. You're going to fall. He let him know because there's no way you're going to make it. He's going to take you down right in front of your enemies. And what did he do? That made absolutely no sense to go and do it if I'm going to fall.
That's right.
I don't need to go to war to go to win. And I'm going to go up and I'm going to fall. Did that actually make sense?
Don't make sense.
He like, that don't even go with the Ahmad. So you know what? Y'all go ahead and separate. Y'all go ahead and go y'all way. Because I'm going to fall with y'all. He's not with y'all. I need to take who he's with. And that's what we consider. We try to build these groups. We get a lot of time y'all get a group, but he ain't with them. I said, being honest. That's why your stuff wind up getting shabby. That's why your stuff, you ain't looking at who is he with. First time we hear somebody holler, I'm Yasharal, run out there behind him. Go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. But look, the man say, listen, Yehuda, he gonna say the test of Yehuda first. So I'm gonna run over to Yasharal tent right quick. When he gonna say me? It ain't gonna be first. He's gonna say the Matar Yehuda first. Now why would I want to be with Yehuda? Anybody will come and see, he's gonna say it's a bunch of folks drowning down. Don't worry about me, don't stay in the back, trying to keep gulping. Get them up at the one gonna get first. Get me first. I'm coming to the forefront. Get me. He come to save somebody. Who I want him to save first? Save me first. I mean, I got to be with Yehuda. Y'all see what he did with them? He said Yehuda went with him. What he did? Separate them. He told him, what's the man separate them people? I'm not with them people. But that's a little over y'all head. Don't worry about it. And Halak and Ahab, just as the Mashiach also has you and gave himself up for as an offering and a sacrifice to Alahym for a fragrance, for it says sweet smell, for a fragrance of aroma, savor, aroma. That means his life was so pleasing. That's the only problem we offered up sacrificing. We were given something that was pleasing, something that was acceptable. Y'all know that? And Yahuwah was acceptable. Yahushua came along and did something acceptable. And it was pleasing to Yahushua, to Yahuwah. What are we trying to do? Which means I got to be willing to give myself up as an offering. And to who? For a fragrance of aroma. So let me see what he like. Lying. This going to stink. There ain't going to be no offering he going to accept.
Nope.
Homosexual. What is a sacrifice? Something that is self.
Set aside.
Let's see what a sacrifice is. I'm trying to be mindful of my time too. I just want y'all to, I know y'all know stuff. I really want y'all to, we got to get it in him and get it in him. I know a lot of y'all don't. I know y'all be out here in Leicester watching Buddhists, a lot of stuff. They sing when they'll go look at more Buddha than they gonna get. Cause if I'm that singing that high, I'm trying to get a wife. I ain't got time to be sitting around booty watching. That don't make no sense. I'm singing, I ain't got time to booty watch. I got time to go get me a wife so I can have some booty, regular booty. I'm peeking around no corner. We can look at booty? No, no, no. No, we don't have time for that. I ain't know it. They'll go looking at something that they won't go looking that gonna make right. They gonna look at something make a hot whore. You ain't gonna turn no whore into no wife. Man, I got my wife, boy, she just as simple as she could be. She thought she was that girl simple. I said, yeah, that's what I need. That's simple. She had that girl so simple. I want all that high mileage out there, man. That stuff mess you up. You get an engine too much, you gotta put high mileage oil in there. That thing go at any minute. Yeah, get something simple, eat. That guy ain't know nothing about no street, nothing. I guess I said, I had them too many street women know too much about the street. I no, don't need that. I taught them girls they could sell dope. So you don't want them for no while. I don't know why around there slinging no dope. I didn't. I said, I mean, everybody's different now. I'm talking about me. I didn't want that. I said, I need something different around now. All right, let's see. An act of slaughtering an animal or a person or surrendering a possession as an offering to Alahym or a divine or supernatural figure. We definitely don't care about him and these supernatural. We're talking about the Alahym. That's what we're looking at. An act of slaughtering an animal or a person or surrendering a possession as an offering to Alahym. See, that's something we had to look at, okay? When we're doing what we're doing, it ain't, okay, why we don't get drunk? So this one, you know why? So we don't hear Pastor Smith's mouth. Think about it. And when the time crib, when asked the veil about something he wore, he said, wait, what he said? Because I don't want to hear Pastor mouth. Oh yeah, you remember that crib? Yeah. He had something he wore one time. He said he don't want to hear my mouth. So he wore that so it keep me quiet, leave me alone. Versus, that was just illustrate what he wore one guitar now. But versus we do because I don't want Alahym to reject my offering, my sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? You tell your kids, boy or girl, I sacrifice you. What if you say what did it entail? A parent telling their child they sacrifice them? I went without. Give me some of my parent. I had to give up something. Go without something. Boy, I sat right here, your behind got them shoes, and I ain't had one pair of shoes. They were hurt, had a hole in the bottom. I made sure y'all ate three, then I ate one time. These are things they're giving to say, this is the example of how I sacrifice. So now we're offering our body as a possession to Alahym as an offering. We're surrendering a possession as an offering to Alahym. So what can you do with your body? Give me some things you can do with your body. Your body. What can you do? Fornicate. What else you can do with your body? Tattoos. Well, you told Jahid though. I see. Boy, that thing hit my brother. So you say he said, he balled up. I see him do. He said, now who else? That's right. Tattoos. Get high. Get drunk. He just don't throw away. Desecrate. Hold on for a minute. Using it in a sentence now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, he's saying desecrate it. You can kill it. You can take your body. You can just totally destroy it. You can mangle it, cut it. But all these things you can do. You smoke. You can drink. You can lie. Cross dress. So you put your clothes on like this. Cross dress. How many? What you say? Cross dress. Yeah, we forward though. I appreciate it. Listen, we'll be putting a sign out soon. We got some more over. But yeah, so all these things he's saying you can do: cross dress, drink, smoke, lie, desecrate. What else y'all named out? Fornicate. So now your body, you can do that. Okay, I come to Alahym and say, I want to give this body to you. He's only going to accept this body if I give it to him as an offering and a sacrifice. Okay? That's the only way. I can't go give it to him. It's okay. It's yours. You know, he's going to say, that's not a sacrifice because that's not something that I accept. I only accept it if it's according to my will. So what's your will? I don't want you drinking and smoking. I don't want you lying and fornicating. I don't want you to desecrate it. I want you to do, what else is y'all name? Cross dress. So all these things are things, but guess what? The human body can desire it. Just like people in homosexuality, those are desires of the flesh. So whether you do them or not, everybody has a desire for the flesh. The flesh has a desire. Everybody's ain't homosexual, cross-dressing, drinking, but the flesh has desires. So when we come to say we sacrifice, or we say we're going to present it to him, the only way he's going to take it is if this is an offering or a sacrifice. Got it? We come to make a peace offering, or we're coming to give it as a sacrifice. That means at this point, if you're giving to him as a sacrifice, I don't want you to do any of these things with it. That's how I accept it. And that is something that pleases him. Y'all got it? That's the mind we got to have. It don't mean fornication, adultery, lying, cross-dressing, drinking, whatever it could be, don't still arouse. It's just we don't give into it. Why? Because we're giving it to him as a sacrifice. Because I've dedicated him. Since I gave it to him, I can't do anything with it. I only had it to give to him. I presented to him, so I gave it to him. That means if I do that, I took it back from him. Because if I presented it to him as a sacrifice offering, that means all those things would be put away and be done away with. In order for me to do that, that means I took it back from him. And that's not something that he's accepted. If we're giving it to him, give it to him wholeheartedly. Sometimes we're thinking, just until something comes to make me not want to do these things, that comes with time. All the things that I used to desire madly came with time to stop. You don't feed something that stop. You don't. I had a dog. I want a dog to die. I wasn't feeding it. My dad come and throw his sandwich out. I wasn't getting no water. I need that thing dead. They were holding me up. I come to school. I didn't hit the street. I had to run down. That little time I run down them steps, 15 steps, run down there, grab the water hose, run there and get him water. I said, hold up my playtime. You need to die. I did. That dog lived longer than he should have lived, but he lived long. But I want that dog dead, man, 'cause that dog here, man, I hate that dog. Because I looked at he cut into my time. Y'all got what I'm saying? So now I learned responsibility. It was a pup. I was living my dad. She wanted to die. Yeah, how stupid. Here I was about 4 years old. You know, there's no 4-year-old kid want to die. So 4-year-old kid stupid. They don't know you got to feed and keep up with that dog. That dog gonna break it loose and follow you to the bus stop and chase all the kids, make all get hit by a car. And you got to sit there like, I don't know who. They saying, who dog it did? You like. I'm like, get back. That was who dog it did? Man, the dog did. I mean, he made it rough. Man, I'm like, come on, bus. I got to go. Like a car need to hit him or something. I just looked at me like, somebody dog dead. That ain't mine. I want that dog dead. But I looked at it. I wanted the dog, but I didn't want all the responsibility of the dog. I didn't realize the dog was going to live that long. I was in high school, that bastard ain't died. He should have been gone at 4.5. I got dog. I had Bryce a dog one time. Bryce talked about that dog a long time. You remember that dog? You don't even remember Bryce dog, do you? Conversation. This was a nice little dog. I had that dog. I got him a cage. Yeah, he had a little baby, little rock, had that little thing. I can't remember where that dog pooped in that thing. I took the cage of the dog, let it go. I said, man, that dog gone. I did. I come home where I said, that dog gone. Bryce loved that dog too. I got rid of that dog. I said, man, that dog pooped in my garage in that cage. Whole cage in the dog. Get rid of the dog. I said, you don't want that dog. I already said, dog ain't gonna leave. This dog gonna be trouble. That dog gonna get you beat, son. I did. Man, that dog. I got rid of that dog, man. He loved that dog. We got rid of him. He ain't never have another. I said, I get you a stuffed one. We'll never have another dog. The garage smell like a dog. I said, nope, you got to go. I can't have this dog. It just brought too many bad memories. But anyway, the moral of the story, you can want something and not really weigh the responsibility. Just like salvation. Salvation ain't something you just want. You really got to weigh the responsibility. When Yahushua told us about coming with him, he said, any man going to come after me. And do what? And deny himself. Deny himself. Then he got to take up his tooth every day. And man, you got to pick this up and drag it behind you every day. So you already understand the burden that goes with this. This is a real burden. But he said, if you consider what you're going to get when you moot, if you stay the way you're going, I assure you, my yoke is easy. And my burden light. So what I go through and what I get, it ain't nothing like what a son of man got to go through, what he got to deal with. Son of man hadn't even considered they allowed to him. So for me, this way, I ain't hard pressed. I ain't hard pressed. He been tubed to me. At the end of the day, what you gonna do? Everybody gotta suffer something. So I didn't come this way. I did originally to not suffer because I didn't want to die. And I didn't want to spend life in prison, so I need to get saved. Now, I didn't want to get over here, and I said, I don't want to be real sick, and don't let nobody die real close to me. And I fall all the way. Then he realized, I appreciate, I couldn't tell you that he never made that deal with me. I was waiting on him to come back and say, nobody will die real close to you, and you won't get real sick. He never did. I just kept following, waiting, said, I know what I said, but he never answered, and I appreciate it. Could have gave one of them false illusions. And I come on and realize you're going to have to lose some people their way. And you're going to have to get sick because this is a pressing way. It is. It's a pressing way all the way to move. You know, you don't want to die, but you really had to come in, and I appreciate the fact. I appreciate he didn't give me an illusion I wasn't going to die if I came over him. And I kind of had to accept you are going to move. That's why he said, but my consolation is, but I got another building for you eternal where I'm at. Now, you got to work to get here to get it. So I'm working that when this body does break down, that I can transfer right over into my next one. Y'all got me? I mean, that's it. That's the benefit of serving him. He never told us we weren't going to. I just need somewhere to go when I do. I need something better than what I'm in right now. Y'all got me? And a lot of times people get kind of distorted along the way and get their own idea and concept, and they give up about the way. But the way been right. It's always been right. It's always been right. You keep living the way, you're going to die. You're going to die, whether it's a car wreck, whether it's an aneurysm, whether it's a heart attack, whether it's have a stroke. It don't matter. One way you're going to leave here, whether it's a stray bullet. You saw them people in a parade just walking, thinking now a bunch of, they had the dancing grandma, 3 of them dead. Other grandma running. They the running grandma now. You think them folks thought they were going to die? I'm going to a parade to be in the parade. I'm going to be the dead. Why am I thinking? What's going to come out? You know, a car can just run down through, because you block the street off when you have a parade. Yahuwah let everybody know you ain't safe. That's your mindset. That man took that car and went straight down through there. Yahuwah let you know, man, you're a fool. You got some uncertain hope in something. You're a fool. That man come and get you at any time. At any time. A lot of times we take stuff for granted and just assume we say, ain't no guarantee that building won't collapse down. Y'all know how long that building been since the 80s. The folk built there wasn't anticipating that building being here for no light. They built till you get out of the debt don't come back on them, the responsibility on them, because it's been so much time. A lot of building, you build till the risk get off of you. Yeah, after a period of time, guess what? That risk no longer becomes mine. Time took over. How you know we sit here and time don't take over and these beams start coming down? And who will come get just who you want to get. So a lot of stuff we take for granted. Man, it's too easy to come get us. You got a heart that does this. That's all he got to do. Stop the beat. Cut the music. Stop the beat. Your heart, the only thing don't ever stop. Your lungs are constantly in and out. Even they can just inflate and just deflate. Just stop inflating. This constantly at him. Anything constantly keep doing. How long are you going to keep doing this? I mean, you can't do it forever. It's just a matter of time. That man get ready to say stop. So it's a lot of stuff we take for granted. We got to come back and consider, folks. You better make sure you're right when you're making these decisions out here. All right? Come back, I finish that, get ready to go. Finish up that Ephesians right quick so I can get ready to get out there. What time is it? 8:30. All right, I'll try to get y'all finished. Let's see. Ephesians 2, 5 and 2. I'll read this. And walk in Ahab, just as the Messiah also has Ahab you, and gave himself up for us as an offering and a sacrifice to Alahym for a fragrance of aroma. Had to do it for us because apparently what we were doing wasn't pleasing. Wasn't doing, so he did it for us. Let's see the next one. But Zanu,
in all uncleanness,
or all uncleanness,
or covetousness,
or a harb of greediness, which is covetousness,
let it not be once named among you, as becometh Kodashim,
as is prior among the Kudash ones. Proper, I'm sorry, proper. Look, what I said, prior? Yeah, prior, because we used to have that behavior.
That's
but
right.
we want to be proper now.
That's right.
But it was a prior behavior. Whoo, these pastors just wait. That first thing I do is stop all these preachers from fighting. He just forgot last week he called out the wrong verse, didn't he? I'm sorry, proper, but prior went to my mind for the reason, but proper among the Kudash. So there's a way and there's a titling for people that's Kudash separated. A behavior for us is we don't commit zanu or uncleanness or love or greediness. He said, let it not even be named among you as proper among the Kudash one. Let's see what he told us. Verse 4. Also,
neither filthiness
nor
foolish talking.
He said foolish things, nor
jesting,
coarse jesting,
which are not convenient,
fitting,
but rather giving of hadu.
He said, but a voice of thanksgiving. So he told us where we need to be. And these are things that we are going to look at adjusting. What we do and how we speak and how we do things with one another. Because at the end of the day, if we got it, we need to make sure we follow it if we're going to make it in. I know a lot of y'all you kind of got discouraged in your way and you looking at other things, ideas. You got friends out there that do stuff. I got people I deal with. None of these people pull me. None of these people make me do nothing. They just don't. I had to do business with a lot of people. None of these people can tell you they pull Tom Smith to do nothing. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Because your mind got to be with y'all. Look at folk, y'all let folk drag y'all to pull you. It ain't happening. This is the most important thing I got here. Making sure I get this right and setting aside to make sure I'm setting an example because you guys are his people.
That's right.
And he wasn't putting them before you. They're going to be a disgrace and a dishonor. It don't make sense to teach y'all to do something that I myself can't do. I'm doing this. And you can do it. You have to make up your mind, your serious mind, about how important it is for you to be saved. I guess you get to living for a while, and you get to thinking, well, I got it at this point. Other people have, and they seem about right. I don't use none of these people for no marker, because I know your time running out. Satan, he got forever. His time running out. His time, and all these people time gonna run out with him. It'd be better for you to be named with the Kodashim than to be named with these fools. Come on, finish up. Don't worry, I know y'all don't understand it. You should. Come on.
For this ye know.
That you guessing?
Ye know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous ish, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the
has no part in inheritance
in the Malkuth of Mashiach and of Alahym.
Because they're in conjunction. One of Dexter members. All right. Y'all hear that? He said, for this you know. So, for this you know with certainty that every fornicator, every one of these people, he said, you know this. So, what's the purpose of me doing it? You don't have no part in the inheritance. And coming in possession of this man Malkut or the Mashiach and Alahym. Well, I ain't going to be in his. I'm going to be in his. No, he said, no, there's the same. You ain't getting it. You had folks say, you got people too that believe that. You got the kingdom of Christ, you got the kingdom of God. So they're gonna be in the kingdom of God, they ain't gonna be in or they're gonna be in the kingdom of Christ. You're an idiot. They're the same kingdom. They're the same Malkut. Y'all got it. They're in conjunction together. So that makes no sense. Let's see what it tells us. Listen. Let
no ish deceive you with vain dabarim.
Empty words. For
because of these things.
Like what things?
The wrath of Alahym.
Hold on, what things, Chris?
These things.
What things?
These things.
What things?
These things.
You talking about the fornication, the whoredom? All the things he said, because of those things, the wrath of Alahym comes upon the benim, the children of disobedience.
Yes, sir.
Who y'all let deceive y'all? What did y'all let deceive y'all? Hello? Wow. Right quick, let me see Barashit chapter 3, verse 7. Wow, see. Listen.
And and the own of them both were open, and they knew that they were Ara, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. And they heard the call of Yahuwah Alahym halak in the gun in the cool of the Yum, and Adam and his Ishah hid themselves from the pani of Yahuwah Alahym amongst the ox of the gun.
Okay.
And Yahuwah Alahym Kara unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou?
Where are you?
And he said, I shama thy call in the gun, and I was afraid, because I was Ara, and I hid myself.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, Who told thee that thou wast Ara? If hast thou eaten of the ox, whereof I marred thee that thou shouldest not eat?
Mm-hmm.
And the Ish said, The Ashah whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the ox, and I did eat.
And I ate. Go ahead.
And Yahuwah Alahym said unto the Ashah, What is this that thou hast done? And the Ashah said,
And the what now?
And the Ashah said,
Who said it?
And the Ashah said,
What did she say?
The Nakash beguiled me, and I did eat.
That's what he told you, let nobody deceive you. Because these things, the wrath of Alahym coming upon the Benim are disobedient. It came on them. That's why he put them out, drove them out. Yahuwah got something for it to go contrary. That's why you be careful about people persuading you and getting you into things. He told you that it was Kataim enticed thee. Somebody Omer Ben told me, here go yours, and I took it. No, that's your bill. As cold and sweating as it is and I want it, that's your bill. Because I know I drank that bill, it's going to be the start of a fall. It is. It don't mean, man, I had that refrigerator with them bills, man, I'm thinking, call my body, all kind of stuff came in my mind. Boy, yeah, that bill was sweaty. I used to drink Coors one time. I like to think about a cold Rocky Mountain. I said, man, two of them things. Boy, you juggle them things down, boy, you be right. I close that refrigerator up, that's it. Don't fool around with it. That's it. I mean, you don't see stuff. And yeah, my body like, you that bill. I hear relaxing, man, get that cool bill, but then what after? And then what after? And then what I'm gonna tell like it was. That bill looked real nice in there. That bill like all it needed was a hand, just a handshake. That's all it needed. One little push. If I did that, it been over. I've been in, I'd have done. That thing popped, but you could smell it come out the can. How many of y'all used to drink bill? I'm talking about drink. Man, I know the smell when you pop. I can smell it now. I ain't pop. The fake bill coming up. That's the fight you got to have. So you struggle, you remember, and you look at it. Going back, it's hard to go forward. Because every time you go back, you got just that much farther to go forward. It's just that much harder. You got to go back over, do all your first work over, clean all that stuff and try to get over, regain confidence to try to get to go forward. That's how the devil beat most people. That's how Satan beat them. Most folks just quit and stop. To what? Then what you going to do? You still got the mosh pot coming. You know, it's good you suffer behind your mistake. You know why? It teaches you, just like Yasharal. Every time they messed up, people died among them. You know what? So Yasharal would feel. They feared. They had to, because no doubt other people had considered the same thing. Some of them considered the same thing. When you watch people move right around you for some of the same decision you consider, you say, ooh, keep me straight right down. Start thinking about that and realize it ain't worth it. A lot of stuff you do, decisions you make, you got to think long term. I appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for giving me that mind. And being able to hopefully, you know, you're called that, you guys will get that same mind. Everybody get that same mind. At the end of the day, to consider, man, that's the most precious thing you got, life. Because you only get it one time. One time you get to get it right. You can screw it up. A lot of people have screwed it up. Like that guy drove that car. No doubt he probably sitting back over looking at what he could have did different. That man has killed 5, 6 people, I think 6 have died. You ran over 40. Son, you done. And that could be anyone I like. That man not getting out of jail. I mean, you done. You kill white people. I'll kill you, nigga. You just made it hard for us. But here he is with a situation. He can go, he can pray. He can probably want to. You can't get out of that one. Because Yahuwah doing that. You got to suffer what you done. Now the whole thing can be, he can still be saved. And Ryan say, hopefully. He still like opportunity, he can still be saved, but he got a situation he got to look at. He'll have the rest of his life in prison because he'll never see outside that prison. And you think about that could be, you think your life bad and you think you be going through it, how bad? Man, that could be your life. One bad decision can be one that you can't never get back and take back. Ain't enough sorry, ain't enough I repent, ain't enough please forgive me. And folks will never forget this man. You're done. He giving us this opportunity to get him to consider our way and get it right. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? That's why he said, how should we escape? How we gonna, somebody else actually took it on for us, gave himself up. How are we gonna escape if we neglect it? You're going to neglect the fact that somebody else gave themselves for an offering because you wouldn't do it, or for a sacrifice, for a pleasing aroma to him, for us, and you will neglect that? And so how should we escape if we neglect so great Yeshua, which at the first began to be spoken by you and was confirmed at us by them that heard him? Alahym bare them witness, both with arts and wonders and divers miracles and gifts of the Ruach HaKodesh, according to his will. This message ain't for everybody. Like Cookie said, I hope it helped you, but I actually preached it to encourage me. If nobody else didn't get nothing from it, I did, because I know why I'm here. I ain't to and fro, I ain't tossing and wondering. I know why I'm here. At the end of the day, I know why I'm here. I know what I'm working for, and I refuse to get distracted, get pulled off. It's too hard. It was hard getting here. I can't let them pull me back out there now. They took everything I had and then some. It was hard. I don't, like some of y'all, I don't know everybody's story. It was hard for me. It was hard. I had to give up a lot. A lot of crying. I did a lot of crying. A lot of crying. A lot of consideration of killing myself. I did a lot. Took a whole lot to finally get it and put my foot down and say, that's it. I got to get it right. Took a lot. That's why I'm here. I don't know why he let it drug out the way it did and why I struggled with it so long to do it. Maybe because it get me to the point where I'm at now. I'm just not willing to throw it away. Just not willing to do it. Y'all hear me? So everybody make up their own mind. That's two. Just let me feel here.